Hey, so in this video, we'll be doing the Easter eggs for Season 4, Episode 21 and 22, and the predictions for Season 5. So beware spoilers if not caught up, even though this video is getting up very late. But yeah, 21 was mainly a catch-up episode for a lot of the characters, because a lot of the characters don't know a lot of things. For Meg, for example, has not been around since the first arc of the season, the Ghost Rider arc, so she's trying... Coulson's trying to fill her in with what happened to Eli and the Ghost Rider, how he dragged Eli to another dimension, and how who Anton is, and stuff like that. How he drank the bottle of Hag, and when they finally get to the base, they actually Daisy told them what happened at the base, why it blew up and all that kind of stuff, saying that Coulson tried to kill Daisy and Simmons, but LMD May blew the base up to protect them. So yeah, but before all that happened, Col Coulson and May get attacked by Anton's LMDs, and May refers to those LMDs as Terminators and stuff like that, and which I kind of find funny. What I find funny was that these last two episodes were like the culmination of all three arcs of LMD, Ghost Rider, and the Framework, but what happened when Coulson cut off the head of the first Anton, right after that happened, two more showed up, and mainly taking on Anton's place, which is the Hydra's slogan of "cut off one head, two more shall take its place." So I kind of find that funny that they did that kind of parallel there. But yeah. But speaking of Anton, there was like a reference to or maybe a reference, because we don't exactly know if he's from the comics or not. But Anton uses the words, his body was only designed for killing, and the part for designed for killing was part of a character called MODOK. I don't exactly know what the M and O stand for, so because it was a long time ago I looked it up, but I don't want to look it up now. So yeah, it was something mechanical something or whatever. But the design for killing is very weird that Anton used those words. So we most likely will be seeing Anton again, because by the end of the finale he was still out there. Like, his head is still there. Like he even said, even though you are gonna kill this body, I'm still gonna make more. So he is still out there somewhere. But they get to the base, and it's all blown up, like I said. But you see the photo of Jeffrey Mace protecting the woman in Vienna bombing. And most of this episode was basically them trying to figure out what to do with Ada and how to proceed. And so they lock her up in like the Inhuman module containers with Fitz, and they have like conversations about feelings and stuff like that, and how the framework existed, like made him evil, and stuff like that. And he compares himself just like Ward, like how it parallels how how Daisy felt in the season 3 finale, with how she was brainwashed by Hive and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but in this instance he had an overbearing father and stuff like that, kind of like how Garrett raised a Ward. So yeah, but then all hell broke loose pretty much around that time. Talbot shows compares the Shield team as damn C3POs from Star Wars and stuff like that. And actually, before that happened, eight Yo-Yo basically suggests why don't we cut her head off like last time, referring to when she thought referring that she's thinking that she is just still a robot. So like how Mac just uses his shotgun axe to chop off her head. So why don't you just do it like last time? So but Coulson has a remark and calls her Sweeney Todd. For if you don't know who Sweeney Todd is, it's a barber that was a serial killer in a musical. So yeah, but then all hell broke loose. Talbot shows up and calls them that damn three C3POs, and Ada gets pretty mad and tries to escape using her the Gordon powers, but then gets stuck in there. And she actually used the same line as Gordon from the season 2 finale of "We're stuck in here. What did you do?" Which I kind of find funny, which like because they're using the same technology that they used on Gordon. Uh, but she escaped by using actually Lincoln's powers, which we find we actually put two. I actually put two and two together that she might have more than one power before this episode, but since this episode I'm doing these apps after the fact, I know which powers she's used now, which they confirmed. Like I was thinking before, was VJ's powers, and so VJ's powers, Lincoln's powers, and Gordon's powers, and probably others because she has some sort of healing powers, which we don't exactly know whose that is. But yeah, uh, they she starts going on like a rampage in like the basement area, and over the walkie-talkies, she said some of Talbot's men are like saying "she" or whatever, and for some reason, was called Yo was called Yo-Yo was the very first person that came to mind for Talbot, and he compared Yo-Yo to Speedy Gonzales. So yeah, I don't know why he would have thought that, but uh, even though she was somewhere else. Um, and last part of this episode was that when Ghost Rider entrance, like his entrance back in the episode 21's ending, uh, it felt like a lot of people were thinking it was like the Terminator entrance. So yeah, like the paper like flying through the air and stuff like that. I guess I didn't really see it, but I also I had like this thought because they saying that that some of her their Talbot's men disappeared and no one was there. So I'd assume that maybe it was LMD daisies because we don't know if because LMD daisies weren't in those containment modules or whatever. And when you watch the promo, you see the shot of Daisy shooting someone, and we find out who it is later on. But it just felt odd to me that like her emotions didn't look it just didn't look right. So I had assumed I put two and together. Maybe it was probably LMD daisies that were doing it. All this, but yeah. So going on to the finale episode, um, Daisy says the Hellmouth, which is a reference to Buffy the Vampire Slayer because they did a lot of dealing with a lot of Hellmouth. Uh, but Coulson's on the phone with Talbot, and he's like references the his cybernetic hand, how he went to another planet, the Maveth planet, and the one thing I don't know if this is actually a reference to at all, but when they go to like the board meeting or whatever it is, like, and you see this woman's like name, and it's Kasuma, I want to say, I'm not good with names, but it's possible that it's a reference to a comic book character called Kumudu. I want to say that's how to pronounce it, because there are a lot of people are saying that's probably her, but it could just be it could be just a random person. But I since I don't know a lot about the comics, I don't know who this character is or whatever. But yeah, and pretty much the only other reference in this uh, finale that was noteworthy anyway, was that Burrow's last line was a couple of bars, which he uses those same lines just before he was dead in the real world. So it's funny that his last line in the framework was pretty much the exact same line that he used in the real world when he died. So yeah, for predictions, I don't have any real predictions. People are people that were predicting that they're in a prison in space and whatever like that stuff like that, and the noteworthy prison is prison 47. But as far as I understand, prison 47 is from a different dimension, not space. They could be doing something different there, but as far as I'm pretty confident to say that it is a prison that they're in, because we see in like behind the scene photos and stuff like that so far that everyone is wearing the exact same outfit, so it'd be kind of weird that they're wearing the same outfit and it's not a prison, or it could be just a uniform and that's what they have to wear, uh, like if they're working together. And another prediction is that they're using a storyline called Man on the Wall, I want to say, and it's where Nick Fury was actually secretly working in space and stuff like that. So it's possible that Coulson sent people into space and like they set up an organization up in space to guard people from coming, like protect Earth from people like kind of like Shield or Sword, because apparently they can't use Sword, in the MCU. So it's probably a variation. It would be kind of cool if they did. And if they do, if this is a like a variation on Sword, I really hope that they bring back like Anne Weaver and Deathlock, and they're actually in space with like, and she probably is like the running Shield, because if they can't use Sword, they probably can't use Anna Abigail Brand. So yeah, but I hope also I hope Piper's back as well next season, in there. And like, I was thinking, since they said that Ada is being sent back home or whatever to the other dimension, it's possible that we can see Mallory Jensen back again if they go to another dimension in another season or whatever. So it would be kind of cool to see her again, because she was a great addition to the season. Like she was a phenomenal addition to this season. But yeah, and final prediction is that Coulson's deal. I'm assuming it's like a ticking clock, where she probably has like a, a certain amount of time now, and Ghost Rider will probably come back, and he will probably have to take him to hell, like, because I don't know anything else like that he would be keeping a secret. So I think he's dying. Maybe he's gonna probably be dying. So comment down below if you have any predictions for season 5. See ya.